everyone, and welcome to the third of 4 weekly reading vlogs for the month of June and Whateverthon. So like I said, this is the start of week number 3, and this readathon has not gone as planned. I spent loads of time making a TBR, trying to maximise the number of points and getting everything to hit prompts and match whatever, and it was all really good fun. And then I really didn't want to read any of it. And that's not even true. It's not that I don't want to read any of it. I just kept picking something else up and I don't really know why. The start of it was, I think, my... most of my TBR for Whateverthon was physical, either being a physical book or an ebook. And I was slumping so hard at the start of week 1 and the only way I got out of it was audiobooks. So I had to add a couple of extras. Hi, Kanan! I had to add in a couple of extras just as an audiobook. So I kicked off my robber reading, getting stuck into the audiobooks, and that's got me out of my slump. That was success of week 1. Pretty much the only success of week 1. Week 2, I started and finished some more books. We're now sitting at, I've got 3 books finished, and my goal was 8. My plan for week 3 is to be a little bit more structured and have a plan. So I am currently in the middle of 2 books. And I would like to finish those 2 books this week and read 1 more. That would bring me up to 6 and definitely mean I would hit my goal of 8 by the end of the readathon. The dog's now found a pig toy. That oinks. Dogs. He's not helpful. Hi. I know you want to play with your pig. I know you want to play with your pig. So... my plan, like I said, is to finish the 2 books I started this week and 1 more. I think that's very doable. So, if I can distract the dog long enough, I will tell you the plan. So the first book is an audiobook, and this is Unnatural Causes by Dr. Richard Shepherd. I'm hoping to read that by the end of the week. It'll just be like a 40 minutes a day kind of deal. Hi. Honestly. How are you meant to film with puppies just demanding attention? I'm hoping to finish that by the end of the week. I'm already about an hour or so into it. I'm enjoying it. It's about a pathologist and his sort of life and career, things like that. Go ahead. That's it. Let's just keep the description short for now so the dog doesn't, go completely mental. The next book on the list is Circe. This is by Madeline Miller. The dog is pushing my camera. Stop it. Circe by Madeline Miller. And that is obviously the story of Circe. I get you. You really want to go out. I'm going to take him out. If I can finish those two, I would love to read Every Heart a Doorway by Shauna Maguire. I'm going to have to admit defeat here. Because someone's being a brat. Are we being a brat? It's like, Mummy, play with me. I is bored. I need all the attention because I is Prince Puppy. Okay, I'm going to go take this dog out because he's doing my head in. And he needs a walk. So, I will be back later on. I've just finished work for the day. This is not easy. I have just finished work for the day. My house is a madhouse. And I've got to go into the horse. Oh my God, stop it. I've got to go to the horse, walk this crazy dog, and then I'm going to go see my friend because we do like a catch up every week kind of a thing, and we're going to do that tonight. And I'm going to go and view a pony, which I will fill you in more when I'm in the car because we need to get out of this house. Okay, we're back to some sort of semblance of sanity. Like I said, I'm heading to my friend's tonight, and turning the camera around, get the car started. I'm heading to my friend's tonight, and we're having our weekly catch up, and I'm going to go and view a pony. I think I mentioned briefly in my last vlog because I was so tired. I'm on the hunt for a second horse at the minute. Just looking for something younger that will eventually take over from Dylan. His injuries are becoming a bit more frequent, so I just want to make sure he's not being used too much. He's not being asked too much of. Just obviously with him getting a little bit older and his legs aren't best, which obviously I'm hoping he will get back to what he was doing. That's irrelevant. This is something that was kind of on the cards anyway. So I'm going to see a horse tonight. That is a potential. But I saw 3 at the weekend. I think I mentioned that in my last vlog, I can't remember, but I saw 3 at the weekend, all completely different, and I didn't like any of them. One I would have considered buying, but it was very, very green, very, very inexperienced, and I don't know if I've got the time to bring on something that inexperienced, I should say. The other 2 were just, they were thoroughbreds, and I like thoroughbred crosses, but I'm not a huge fan of pure thoroughbreds. Just don't tend to vibe with them, but one was nice enough that I would continue to try thoroughbreds. That is non-interesting of any, that is no interest to anyone who does not do horses. But anyway, I tried 2 brown ponies and a patchy pony. Didn't like them, not buying them. I'm not like enough to buy them. Tonight is another brown pony, bay mare, smaller than Dylan, 15.2, thoroughbred cross Connemara, so nice cross, but I have ridden one before and didn't like it. Don't know if it was to do with the horse or just the way that cross is put together. It was quite short strided, and I don't really like that. So I'm going to try that one tonight and see if I like it. And then I've got another couple potentially lined up to see if I like those. But yeah, it's a long process finding a horse if you're as picky as I am. And I don't even want it to do anything particularly astronomical. Like, it's not about a talent thing, it's a gut feeling thing. Like, all of the horses I've tried could do what I want them to do. It's not a case of I'm looking for a horse that needs this level of talent or this level of ability or this level of anything. It's just do I get the warm and fuzzies when I see it? And I'm not there yet. And I know it happens because my first 2 horses I bought based on gut, and I don't regret those purchases. So I have to buy on gut, not what's on paper. So the one tonight on paper is pretty good. Expensive, but the horse market right now is pretty mental. Although, you know, I'm not criticising the prices. I mean, horse prices went really cheap for a while, so maybe it's more reasonable pricing. But put it this way, I'm going to have to double or triple what I spent on my last 2 to get something of the same ability level that I did before. So that's a bit sad, bank balance wise, but I'm not making criticisms based on values of horses. I think things generally have the value of what people are willing to pay for them, and supply and demand and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, if I want a horse right now, that's the prices of them. It was the same when I got Kanan. He obviously COVID has massively put up the price of puppies, and it just so happened that me and Ewan chose now was the time to get a puppy. It was something in the works for a long time, and we unfortunately picked the time when the prices were at an all-time high. But at the end of the day, we wanted a dog. We had thought about it and spoken about it for years and decided it was worth the money, even though it was more than what we wanted to pay. And we don't regret it. So that is a potentially controversial opinion. People who are willing to pay more for these animals are getting a bit of stick, I suppose, at the moment, because they're saying that's the reason the prices are not going down. But I think they will eventually. I think it's just the same as any other market. Things will go down and go back. But at the end of the day, if I want something, I'm going to get it, and I will just have to take the brunt of the money. Ouchies. Anyway, horses are a huge part of my life. If you watch my vlogs, you know that animals and horses and that kind of stuff is a lot of what I do. So it's, you know, value. It's different for everybody. Some people are willing to pay, some people are not. And don't get me wrong, I do not have a lot of money. It is a big burden. They're not cheap animals, and this is a big consideration for me. So that's why I want to get the right one. Because I'm hoping to obviously have it for the next 10 years at least. I've had Dylan for 6, and I would like to have him for many more. So that is part of the reason I want to slow him down a little bit, because I don't want to burn him out. I want him to get to a ripe old age with me, and if that's slow him down to do that, then I'm more than willing to do that, because he's given me the world in the last 6 years. Like I say, this is potentially not where things are going, but I want to be mindful that he is getting older. That was a very long chat. I've been chatting for like 5 minutes. So I'm going to go. I have to go and do Dylan, give him his daily exercise, and I'm going to listen to my audiobook when I do it. I just mentioned that it was Unnatural Causes by Richard Shepherd, and I'm going to carry on with that. At the minute, we are kind of very much in his life. His early years, he's getting into his pathology training and some of the cases that he's done. I'm not really 100% sure what the main focus of the book is, if it's just going through his career bit by bit, going through his memorable cases, that kind of thing. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it so far, and I really, really much prefer listening to non-fiction on audio, because I tried last week to read Circe as an audiobook and I was struggling to retain the information, whereas I read the pages physically and I was fine. And I think genre for me plays a part in what I can read physically and what I can read by audiobook. So I think I need to bear that in mind in future when I'm purchasing them, which is because I've got a few that are potentially I might struggle with now, thinking that I struggled with Circe, and it was not a reflection on the audiobook or the narrator. And I will probably still listen to it as I'm reading, like for experience, but anywho. I just got back into another big ramble, so I'm going to head off to the yard, plug in the audiobook, and I probably won't update you again today. If I have any other clips from the day, I will pop them in after I finish my rambles, and then I will see you tomorrow for Tuesday. So, it is Tuesday, the 15th of June, and I'm sitting outside the vaccination centre, and I'm away to go get my vaccine. Pooper is crying because he doesn't want to be in the car, but that's just normal at this point. So I better go. And we're back. Vaccine is done. Eek! So pleased. I'm going to go back to work now, and I will pop in later with some more reading updates. So today is Wednesday, and today is the next vet check for Mr. Dylan to see how he's doing. The vet was very, very pleased, and he now has a 6-week rehab program. Go Dylan! Three steps and we sniff poo. This is not the reunion I was expecting. Off you go then, boy. I know! Other horses poo! Crazy shit. Crazy shit. You gonna smell everybody's? You gonna smell everybody's? That's Sammy's, it's a cow pat. Good boy. Are you happy to be back, Dilly? Eh? Yeah. Are you happy to be back? Sammy's noticed. Dylan couldn't give a shit. Who's that, Samson? I'm coming to see you, Mr. Dillybop. You've got friends again! Dylan, you dick! And on Wednesday evening, I had to perform in my riding club committee role for running some training. So this was some jumping lessons going on at the local field, and I was just supervising progress. And for company, I had Mr. Kanan Puppy, who was super good mascot, watching everyone having fun and enjoying lots of cuddles. Hey, so this has been one hell of a scatty week for reading vlogs, hasn't it? I've not read much this week, can you tell? Today's Thursday, and all I've really consistently read this week's been my audiobook. So I've been getting through about an hour or so of my audiobook every day, just where I've been driving about. I have read a handful of pages of Circe. We must be about, kind of the 40-50 page mark, nothing more than that. And yeah, it's just been a bit of a slow week reading wise. I've been so busy. So not much more to update you on, to be honest. A lot of my clips, I think, so far are more B-roll than actually vlog clips. Today has been a standard work day. I could not concentrate worth a damn, to be honest, but it's fine. I now have to go and nip to my mum's because she needs help cutting puppy nails, because very wriggly puppy. And I've just done it for so many years now that I can do it in minutes. I'm going to nip down to Stonehaven and do that. And then I'm going to go to Dillon and then back home, and then got various stuff to do. I really need to get a video up because it was meant to go up yesterday, but I was doing lessons last night, running the training, so I didn't have time. And now I've done none of it today because I've technically been working, but working at the speed of moss. So yeah, I've got that to do. And I really need to get my vlog scheduled for the weekend because I'm not going to be here. But worst case scenario, I could put it up on Monday, and it doesn't really matter, does it? Really? So there's no point stressing myself out about it. I would like to get my mid-year book freakout tag up, though. That is what I planned to have up yesterday. And it will be up before you see this video. Because obviously we're running a week behind on the vlogs. But yeah, I need to go and get cracking and drive, and therefore the audiobook will be going back on. I think I've read about 4 hours now of Unnatural Causes by Richard Shepherd. I'm enjoying it. It's good. I'm definitely getting kind of 4-star vibes from it. You know, for a non-fiction book, something needs to be really, really... There's a special spark for a 5-star non-fiction, in my view. 4 is pretty much exactly what it says on the tin, but in an enjoyable kind of way. Something I would listen to again and feel like I've gotten something from. So it's definitely, I feel like, a 4-star. I feel like when we get below 4 stars for non-fiction, we get into the criticism territory, which there's not really criticisms of this one, except it's lacking the 5-star quality that I was just mentioning. So I'm a lot less picky with my non-fiction ratings, really. Like I say, as long as it's doing what it's meant to do and it's not arse-numbingly dull. I mean, you're doing what you said you were going to do, so that's fine. Because you can't really rate it on topic because you've picked the topic. That's very clear. And you can't really rate it so much on enjoyment because it's more of a learning process than enjoyment. But then, like, that 5-star spark is probably the closest thing to enjoyment, really. Anyway, I'm starting to babble, and we didn't really need to babble about my rating system for non-fiction books, did we? So I'm going to go... Got my clippers. Going to go clip my mum's Papa-Rooney's nails. Do Dillon, get back home, and try and whittle down some of the to-do list that I did not do today. Like hanging up wet clothes, starting to get ready for going away at the weekend. Although I've taken tomorrow off as a half day. Well, I've not taken the whole day off. I've taken half the day off tomorrow. So I've got plenty of time to get organised for going away on Saturday. So I'm feeling less stressed about that now. And also it's an excuse because I'm just not working very well at the minute. So why be at work when I'm working like a piece of poop? Just pointless for everyone. So yeah, I'm going to plug in the audiobook and I will get back to you with something else. Probably non-reading related because I'm not doing well this week on that. Catch you in a minute. Well, hello and welcome to Friday. I had to think about that there for a minute. Yes, it's Friday. It is nearly 3 o'clock. Last couple of days I mentioned in the last clip of this really rubbish vlog that I've only been listening to my audiobook, which is the same as a couple of days ago. I just haven't had time to sit down and read. It's been too busy. So yeah, I've not read this morning. I was working this morning. I finished at lunchtime and I've been tidying up the flat. It's been awful. This week's been awful because I haven't had time to tidy it. So got a good tidy in. Had a movie on in the background. So that was my morning and early afternoon. We had the joiners in because we have had a broken shower since, I don't know, a year or something. And couldn't get it fixed because of the pandemic, which is a bit annoying, but we've got 2 bathrooms, so it's not a huge problem. That's finally fixed, and now I have to whiz off, go and feed Dillon, and whiz back, pick up Ewan, and then go and pick up my new pair of glasses and drop these in to get the lenses changed. Can you see how freaking dirty they are? That is absolutely shocking. Let's just pop them down because I don't think that's going to be aiding my sight any. Drop them off to get the new lenses in, and I then had a book to pick up from Waterstones, and I'm all the way back home, to start prepping for going away to Edinburgh tomorrow. Don't really need to do a lot. It's more, you know, tidying and getting things in order, but I've got a list, which the dog just ate. So piece together the list and get on with that. And I might try and listen to my audiobook when I do that, because I'm planning to switch to a new audiobook over the weekend, which is potentially a replacement for one of my 21 things to read in 2021 because of potentially a delayed book. But I will fill you in later because I have to go. Oh, don't do that. Hey there. It is still Friday. It's Friday night. And actually, is it even? It's Saturday morning. What is it? Nearly 1 o'clock in the morning? Far too late to be up. Oh. Anyway, I've been spending my whole evening getting organised for the weekend away. So obviously I had to like clean the pigs and get them all settled. I've got a friend coming over just to feed them and make sure that they're fine while we're away, which is good. And I finally got my video up that I was meant to have up midweek, and then it's not up midweek, it's going to be up for tomorrow. So that's that scheduled, and then I've got my vlog scheduled and my midweek video scheduled, so I don't have to worry about uploading anything until next weekend, which is good. So I feel very organised. I left, I think I vlogged, oh, you'd still gaming with a pal, so he's laughing away through there. I think I last vlogged as I was heading up to the yard. The little pooper's tired. I think I last vlogged when I was heading up to the yard, and then unfortunately one of the horses we think has some kind of stroke or something. He was an older gent, he was about 24, 25 I think, but he had to be put to sleep very suddenly, and yeah, that kind of threw me a bit. You know, there's something about losing animals that just makes you hug yours a little bit tighter. So instead of vlogging seeing Dylan, I pretty much hugged him crying for a little while. It's very sad. And the horse that died, Herman, he was such a cool dude, and it's also very sad that he is no longer with us. Yeah, so that was a bit of a boob on today, which is a bit sad. And then I had to go with my tear-stained face to go pick up my glasses because I had to do that as well. So I went to get my glasses, looking staked, and that's fine. Got them done. Got that picked up. I nipped into Waterstones as well to pick up a book that I'd ordered because I wanted the Waterstone special edition of the book. It was the yearbook by Holly Bourne, and it's got really cool sprayed pages, so I wanted that one. So I will show you that at some point in the future. It's through the house and I can't bother going to get it. Yeah, so like I say, it's been a busy evening getting everything organised for going away. And I still am not organised. I haven't packed. I haven't gotten anything organised. I've written a list of what's left to do in the morning. But it's fine. We're not really in any kind of tearing rush. So it's not a huge problem. But yeah, that is the plan. I do remember saying earlier I was going to tell you about the new audiobook we're going to listen to. So I'm listening to Unnatural Causes by Richard Shepherd, and it's the audiobook I've been listening to all week. It's about a forensic pathologist. Sorry, I had to switch hands there. It's a forensic pathologist, and he's just kind of going through his career, and it's been really interesting so far. I'm enjoying it. I think I have about 4 hours or something left of that one, and I kind of wanted to get it done by the end of the week. That may or may not happen, but that's still kind of the goal. Obviously because we've got to drive down to Edinburgh tomorrow, and obviously I drive back up on Monday, we have a good few hours we could use to listen to an audiobook. So me and you often like to listen to an audiobook when we're driving, and we're going to listen to The Killing Kind by Jane Casey. So obviously our beloved Maeve Kerrigan series. I think isn't going to have a new book out in it until next year now. I'm not sure. Bit of an annoying thing because I'd obviously put it in my 21 things to read in 2021 because I was expecting the release to be this year. And I think what I'm going to do is just supplement a Maeve Kerrigan book with the other Jane Casey book, this new one, because I can't obviously read that book if it doesn't come out, and this one is like the closest thing to it. So we're going to listen to that and see if we like her other series the same way that we like the Maeve Kerrigan one. So that's going to be our listen for when we drive. So that's downloaded. Priorities. The book has been downloaded, but the clothes haven't been packed. I don't need clothes. Oh, I was so sleepy. It has been such a week. It's been like such a busy week. And my physical reading has pretty much tanked. I've read about 40 pages of Circe. So really hope I can finish that this weekend. And I would really like to read Every Heart a Doorway as well. Yeah, I've not finished anything this week so far, so would really like to finish something, but I think I'm probably going to finish them all at the same time. God, Ewan, you're loud. I don't know if you can hear it. He's loud here, but it might not come across on the camera. Oh. Anywho, I'm not a particularly exciting state at the minute. I don't normally stay up this late, so I'm gonna go sleep. I actually brought Circe through with me to read, and I think that might have been a bit barmy. I might listen to another 20 minutes or so of my audiobook, because like I say, I want to keep making progress on that, and I'm probably going to switch over to The Klinkein tomorrow. So, because Ewan's not going to listen to a book about forensic pathology. He thinks all non-fiction is boring, and my interest in corpses is just weird. Which, each to their own. I find forensic pathology really interesting, and I did consider it as a career at one point, and I've done anatomy classes and dissections and stuff myself, so I do find it an interesting thing. But yeah, he thinks it's weird that I find that stuff interesting, so he will not be listening to that audiobook with me. But I really like it. I find that kind of stuff really interesting, so I might listen to a bit more of that. I'm gonna go get my pajamas on, get ready for bed. Popper is zonked. He's so confused at why we've been up so late, because we haven't been up this late probably since we caught him, but it's cool. So I'm gonna go to sleep, and hopefully we've got an exciting yet relaxing weekend ahead. Hopefully get some good reading in, see some pals, introduce some pals to Kanan, and yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow when I'm not as sleepy as I am now and I can't form words. Bye. So it is now Saturday morning. We have a pooper in the back eating a bone because we're about to head to Edinburgh for the weekend. I'm filling up with some snacks as we head down the road. I say head down the road, we're sitting outside the flat. Ewan's just dropping off the final supplies for the pigs, and I need to stop in by Dylan on the way to give him some food and make sure he's sorted for tomorrow. It's in the diary for tomorrow for the gardener to feed him, so that'll be good. So I will catch up with you when we get to Edinburgh, or perhaps on stops along the way, we shall see. But really looking forward to having some time away from this house. And some things don't change. Hi there. This is not the way I was expecting to end the vlog of last week. I actually completely forgot to end it, so here's the ending now. So my last clip, I actually think, was us driving down to Edinburgh for the weekend, and that was on Saturday. Truth be told, I just felt a little bit burnt out, and my plan was to vlog the trip, and I decided not to. We were going to see some friends, and I just wanted to relax and enjoy my trip away, so that's what I did. So Saturday was lovely. We drove down, had a very, very chilled Saturday. We saw some friends we haven't seen in a wee while. We were staying with Ewan's aunt, who was lovely, fabulous kind of host for the weekend. She looked after us really, really well. So that was really, really nice. We got up on Sunday morning and we went book shopping. I went to to 2 or 3 bookshops around Edinburgh and spent way too much money. But it was really good fun, and I will do a haul video of what I bought while I was in Edinburgh. But I didn't actually vlog the going around town because me and Ewan were just enjoying time, spending time together. We don't really do that a lot. It's been such a busy time lately, and it was really nice, and I didn't want to have the camera in our faces when I didn't have to, so I decided not to. So yeah, we ended the week down in Edinburgh. We actually had the evening. We went to other friends that we literally haven't seen in like 2 years because of COVID. And it's crazy because they have a new child that they've had since lockdown that we'd never met, and their other daughter was tiny. Last time we saw her, she was just such a young baby, and now she's like a proper kid running around, and it's crazy that like we haven't seen her in that long. But it was really nice at a barbecue, and it was lovely, and they met Kanan, and it was all very cutesy. And yeah, so that was the end of our Sunday evening in Edinburgh, and like I say, it was lovely to be away, very rejuvenating, and yeah, didn't do any vlogging, so sorry about that, but I just wanted to enjoy my holiday. So that is, like I say, that's how we ended the week last week. Now, to give you a little update on my reading, my plan for last week was to finish Circe, it was to finish Unnatural Causes, and potentially finish Every Heart a Doorway, or start and finish Every Heart a Doorway. Obviously it's so small, it should not be a big task. I completely failed to do any of those things. I'm still a handful of pages into Circe. I've not really gotten fully into it yet, and it's just sat. I've carried that book around with me, and it has not been opened since whenever the last update was, which was a while ago. I'm probably sitting at maybe 50 pages in, couldn't be much more than that. So that's been stagnant this week. Every Heart a Doorway I want to read after Circe because it's the prompt of read a book that starts with the letter that is the end of the last book. So Circe finishes with an E, Every Heart a Doorway starts with an E, and that's what I was wanting to do for that prompt. So I can't start Every Heart a Doorway until I finish Circe, because that's obviously the part of the game. So that one hasn't been touched because Circe is not finished. Unnatural Causes I've made a lot more progress in. So this is my non-fiction book that I've been listening around an hour or so a day. That seems to be my standard, as I listen to an hour or so a day of an audiobook. And I've been managing to do that for the most of the month, which, thank God for audiobooks, or Whateverthon would be a complete disaster at this point. But I'm not finished that one either. I have about 4.5 hours left. So I'm going to go and listen to some more of that now and try and crack on with it. But yeah, I've got 4.5 hours left of that. That's really, really good. Like I say, it's a memoir of Dr. Richard Shepherd, who's a forensic pathologist. Kind of it started off with his training and some of the cases that he's done, some insight into his personal life. It's really interesting. It's probably sitting at about a 4-star at the minute. It's one of those books that says exactly what it says in the tin, but it's not mind-blowing. So I'm enjoying what it is, and it is what I expected it to be, but it doesn't have the 5-star quality in my view. But it's a very strong book. I'm enjoying it, and I've got no real complaints, so that's fine. But basically that means I finished 0 books. I finished 0 books last week. Yeah, not been my most productive week, I must say. But for the last full week's vlog of Whateverthon, I am off work. I have not yet decided if I'm going to vlog just sort of Monday to Sunday, or if I'm going to vlog until Whateverthon finishes. I haven't decided yet. We'll probably wait and see, because after the Sunday I'm back into my work week and I probably won't be able to read a hell of a lot more, so we might just finish up on Sunday, but we shall see. But yeah, it's a bit of a deflating wrap up to the vlog, because I didn't actually achieve any of my reading goals. I actually started another book. I started The Killing Kind by Jane Casey. So I didn't finish any books, and I started a new book. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's not even on my TBR. Like, I've just had a disastrous month. So yeah, sitting at 3 books, finished. 5 left to go if I'm going to hit my goal of 8. Which, considering last month I read 15, I don't know how this month I'm not even managing to get to 8, but it's life. Yeah, so that is the end of this vlog. It's a bit deflated, but it's been a really, really good weekend and a lovely week. It's just been super busy, and the reading has not been astronomical, but month-long readathons are difficult to keep at the pace. the whole way through, and that's fair. And I'm going to power through my final week and hit my goals if it kills me. So that's the plan for next week. So stay tuned for next week's vlog, which will be a lot more reading, hefty reading related, because I'm not going to be doing a hell of a lot because I'm off work. So I will see you in next week's vlog. Hope you have a great day and catch up with you later. Bye.